What's up, you sons of bitches? It's your boy Don Vedicus, and welcome to Mary's Room, a game in which you're supposed to relive some short-lived memories about your friend Marie and yourself, and you gotta go to your friend's room to collect some mystical journal. And I found it on Steam. Thought it was a good game. Let's play. We'll take a little break from Alea today, because that game's a bit of an LSD trip.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here?
Right.
So, where is the journal?
That's a pretty good question, you ask me. If you haven't checked out Leia, you could click on the top right corner. There's a little eye icon over there. You can check out Leia for yourself. It's a pretty good game.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Say no more. Okay, that must be the room, but what about here? Yeah, but check out Leia.
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
And it's a pretty good game.
No, that's her parents' room.
I'd like to describe Leia as a nice, perfectly healthy dose of LSD. So many bright colors. So if you have epilepsy, I'd rather give you a warning up front before you even click the video. Just be careful with the flashing lights. Might be bad for you.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Wow. Okay, looks like we got teleported in the past, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're supposed to relive short memories. Of course, it has an interesting soundtrack, which I like. That's the record player, that must be it.
La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
I wonder what this QR code does. One of you guys review this video, get your QR code scanner and scan this piece of QR code and see what happens. I don't have a QR code scanner, otherwise I would have done it, but go ahead, see what happens.
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that.
Ah, get it? Chemistry holds no surprises. That's cool.
She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house. Not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
Let's go back to the fan since we kind of rudely interrupted her.
Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us. Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy The drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun. The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor. That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. Have you seen this man? Yeah.
That's Trevor.
I've seen him.
Yeah, that's Trevor, right?
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't. I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans. Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room. Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything. Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by
Marie.
I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor. Ah, yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it, and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship. He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from. She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again. There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took. The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking because he was out every night cooking his green stuff. Food Rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Okay, so we got our first puzzle. We need to find a key. We need a password. Library.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
Let's take a look at the journal. Kelsey came in. There's a connector. Love us, first be friends. Our project. Gonna explode from excitement. Last fall I caught kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack. Okay, what we got here? Kelsey hasn't been in Food Rescue in a while, and I just want to make sure she wasn't hungry or something, so I offered her my sandwich. While we make the deadline. Stop. Not literally, but we're never gonna find them. Leave us alone. Some think my dad was here to try and stop them. The truth is, we never saw them coming. When that guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped and I left punched him, scratched his eyes out, I swear, but I never saw their faces. Neither did my dad. So they never caught them. I'm not fearless. We're all just matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying, and she's right. And life is something we need to take care of. Let's be on the limb. So it's got nothing to lose. Guess I'm a shadow. Then she's gonna break her neck, by the way. See if I care. Finally got to see La La Land. She pushed me away. Stupid cheerleader friends. I am alone. Where something's missing here. That freaking hurt. So I yanked them off her feet. Nine in the bed. Less and less. Friggin' proud. You guys could pause and read these pages, by the way. I'm just over here literally scanning to see if there's anything. Something about a library. So I gotta find a password computer and a 5-number key. Not drugs. Oh, so Kelsey does drugs. Okay. And Kelsey broke up with Trevor. Ah, so we did have a douchebag boyfriend. Assault her in the school hallway. Ah, so Trevor blames Marie for taking Kelsey away from him. 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Ah. Nothing was the same. Another home invasion, 2 blocks from here. They killed the woman this time, and the police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was him in her house. It's too big. Cole says it isn't true, that Trevor is a bastard. They should be in denial there. I did it. I'm not going to regret this. July 5th, 2018. Huh. July 5th, 2018.
I need to find the key.
3, 4, 5,
a
6.
5-figure number.
5. (2018) 6. Well, it's July 5th, 2018. I wonder. What's the password to Marie's case? Alright, well, I don't have the password to the case. I tried everything from July 5th, 2018, July...
I'm not a shadow person.
Ooh.
Yeah. It took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
Wait, I'm confused. Am I Kelsey or am I No, this is Marie's room, so I'm Kelsey. So... library. Not a shadow person. I mean... I took a look at some words. I'm thinking maybe we gotta put July 5th here. So maybe 6, 5, 2, 0, 1, 8. Enter.
She must have written it down here somewhere.
I'm not a shadow person? Are you serious? Shadow person. We in like your mama. Great. Okay, now what? Kitty, Jeff. Okay. Cute cat about Jeff's email.
Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Dang. I understand your alarm and feel unsafe, but Trevor has not broken his school laws. God damn, principal, you suck.
Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
No, you shouldn't. Stealing other people's foods tends to be shitty. Let's go to the internet.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them. That they were who they were without any pretense. That they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them.
My pet's missing.
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor.
I mean, he has probable cause.
Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
So she was in a deep web getting guns. She wanted to protect herself from Trevor.
She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year.
So Kelsey was dating Trevor, a douchebag, and she has done drugs when she's poor. Everything was shitty for her. Marie was quite the opposite. She saw a student steal food and eat. She joined the food rescue, and she was helping kids who are hungry. Found Kelsey, gave her food, became Kelsey's friend, became involved in Kelsey's life. Saw Kelsey break off with Trevor. Trevor blamed Marie for Kelsey's divorce. Trevor starts stalking both of them for revenge. Broke into Marie's house, stabbed Torres' dad, bashes Marie's head in, got to another house, kills a woman, and stalking more Marie. Marie is scared, buys a gun, goes to the Orange Grove, and then what?
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember. Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Dang. Rough childhood.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window. But she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again.
So 1. Oh, wait. I know it's him. There's nothing I can do. They'd never believe me. I don't think I'll ever see Bumpy again. To be fearless. Yes. Yes. New 9mm. Take my chances. Okay. 5. Only 5 emails which are only 5. Okay, so 1, 5. 1, 5, 9, 4. 4. Okay, I think I got it. So it's 3. 3, 4, 9. 3, 4, 9, 5, 3, 4, 9, 5, 1, 3, 4, 9, 5, 1, 3, 4, 9, 5, 1, 3, 4, 9.
I need to find the key.
3, 4.
A 5-figure number.
9, 1, 5.
God damn it. What is the combination, Marie? It must be.
Shut up, I know.
Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my god.
That's a 9mm. Yep, that's a 9mm.
The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet?" Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks. I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor, in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration. No, that's not what happened. Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that. Hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and...
Don't tell me she shot herself. Or did she shot Trevor?
What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead.
Ah, okay.
That we all remember.
I figured. Well, got a phone call.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking, like, forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
Hey, cigars. I like Marie now twice as better. We gotta bring the journal. First, Jada, do we have to... Did anything new happen? Oh, shit, yeah, it's just actually new. I regret food rescue. I regret the science project. I regret it all. My father could have died because of me and my inability to pick real friends. Turned out, it's all been bullshit, and I am so stupid. For good, yeah. I made him die. I pulled the trigger. Made a bullet pierce his head. Oh, headshot. Headshot, nice. Made his blood suck the carpet, dripped through the cracks in the floor where it will remain forever. And I am to see me, I don't know anymore. I have to fix this. Fix me. Away from her. Stop questioning myself. Why did she do it? Why did I do it? Am I an evil person? A killer? Show me the head for Christ's sake. Intrusive thoughts. I say they're the truth. I'm stronger than I look. I can do this. Uncle George. Nice and cool up there. Fresh pages. Sorry. Well, this is long over and I've dealt with being a murderer. Well, it's not that bad, Marie. It's not that bad. It's called protecting your property, protecting your person. You have the right to defend yourself. Nothing wrong there. Although I understand where she's coming from. I mean, if this is your first time shooting a gun and you killed somebody for your first time, I guess it's traumatic a bit. That was Marie's room, guys. Made by Kenny Guillaume, most likely French. It's the cast. Yeah, a bit of a long playthrough. I'm gonna have to do some heavy editations to bring it down. But I think it's all worth it. The game was pretty good. Very aesthetic. Reminds me of Life is Strange in the sense that it's about two girls who are best friends who are going through some shit. They have to overcome certain odds, but it's a very interesting way to tell a story. You know, forces you to explore your environments and pay attention. Oh, thank you for making this game. This game is lit. It's fun. And that's that. The passwords could be done a little bit better. I mean, it's not, you know, the passwords were a little bit difficult, but if you found everything, you know what I mean, then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, exploration's a thing, but it's a good game. You can find it in Steam. It's called Marie's Room. I believe it's early access. It's brand new. Go ahead, play the game, and see if you can leave the developers a little review. But that was Marie's Room. That's all the time I have for now. If you guys like what you see so far, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.